everybody. Welcome to The Secret Life of Words. This month marks the 50-year anniversary of the Beatles' White Album. It's one of the best-known albums of all time, but did you know that it contains a secret story hidden in its lyrics? The White Album consists of 30 songs and includes such hits as Back in the USSR, Obla Di Obla Da, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Blackbird, Helter Skelter, and Revolution. The lyrical themes of those hits are all over the board. However, 11 of its songs do tell the story of the Beatles' infamous visit to Rishikesh in India to meditate with the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. The plot of this story has 3 distinct phases. First, the gathering, then the spiritual quest, and finally, the come down. So let's start with the first phase, the gathering. The Beatles gathered at the ashram of celebrity guru Maharishi Mahesh Yogi in February of 1968, and their entourage included some of the hottest, hippest celebrities of the day. The song Dear Prudence is about Prudence Farrow, sister of movie star Mia Farrow. Both Prudence and Mia were with the Beatles in Rishikesh, but Prudence was so dedicated to meditation that she often did not come out to socialize when the others did. Hence lines like, Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet a brand new day. And then there's the song Martha, My Dear. Paul McCartney has stated that its title was inspired by his pet sheepdog, Martha. But he's also stated that it's really about his girlfriend at the time, Jane Asher, an actress who accompanied him to Rishikesh but broke up with him shortly thereafter, which would explain lines like, Remember me, Martha, my love. Don't forget me, Martha, my dear. People don't usually talk to their dogs that way. And while we're talking about the gathering, there's also Rocky Raccoon. Okay, I'll level with you. The lyrics of that song don't have anything to do with Rishikesh, but they were written as a result of a jam between John, Paul, and psychedelic folk superstar Donovan. Hence, illustrating my greater point, this was one seriously star-studded assemblage. But of course, it wouldn't do for them to travel halfway around the world just to revel in their own awesome hotness. They had to do something while they were there, and that something was meditation, which leads to the second phase in the story, which is the spiritual quest. Some of the songs on the White Album attest to the Beatles' earnest attempts to benefit spiritually from their time with the Maharishi. And probably the most earnest of those attempts was a George Harrison song, Long, Long, Long. It's written from the perspective of a narrator who is joyful about having finally achieved union with the ultimate source of his desire. George Harrison wrote the song so that it could sound like he's talking about a romantic interest, or it could sound like he's singing to God. The romantic interest is evident in lines like these. How I want you, I love you, you know that I need you. Pretty steamy, George. But just 2 lines before that passage, he writes, Now I can see you, be you. And that phrase, be you, is pretty interesting because that's not how we usually talk to our romantic interests. We say, I want to be with you, I want to be near you, I want to be on you, I want to be in you, but we usually don't want to say, I want to be you. And by contrast, in many Indian forms of religion, the individual is an expression of the divine. So a mere mortal really can be God, really can be you. Another spiritually earnest song is Paul McCartney's Mother Nature's Son. He says he wrote it when he heard the Maharishi talking about how important it is to be natural and uninhibited. The lyrics of the song go like this. Find me in a field of grass, Mother Nature's son. Swaying daisies sing a lazy song beneath the sun. They didn't call these people flower children for nothing. They were evidently super crazy about flowers. It was this same message about the importance of being natural that led even the ever-skeptical John Lennon to write, Why don't we do it in the road, after seeing 2 monkeys copulate in the road and wondering why human beings couldn't be so uninhibited. And speaking of monkeys, John Lennon's "Everybody's Got Something to Hide Except Me and My Monkey" was also inspired by something the Maharishi said. The Maharishi said everybody's got something to hide, and Lennon added, "except me and my monkey." It's as if he's throwing the guru's words back at him, because anybody who has a monkey, that person's got something to hide. It's like Lennon is saying, yeah, even you gurus who claim you have nothing to hide, even you have something to hide. And this skepticism leads to phase 3 of the plot, the come down. The four Beatles had 4 different reactions to their experience in Rishikesh. For George Harrison, it was a formative experience that shaped the rest of his life. Paul McCartney has often said that the Rishikesh trip helped the Beatles out at a time when they really needed it. Ringo Starr has been mostly apathetic to it, and John Lennon had some serious reservations. Lennon had some pretty formidable insomnia while he was in Rishikesh, which inspired him to write the song "I'm So Tired," which includes the lines, "I'm so tired, I haven't slept a wink. I'm so tired, my mind is on the blink." And maybe it was because of his irritated, sleep-deprived state that he wrote the song "The Continuing Story of Bungalow Bill." The song tells the story of a fictional character named Bungalow Bill, a rich American who, egged on by his mom, kills innocent tigers. It also culminates in the well-known chorus, "Hey, Bungalow Bill, what did you kill, Bungalow Bill?" That fictional character is actually based on a real-life person named Richard A. Cook III, who came to join his mother, Nancy Cook de Herrera, at the Maharishi's retreat, and then took a retreat from the retreat to go kill tigers, something that John Lennon found deplorable. Lennon's frustration with his Rishikesh experience seems to culminate in the song "Your Blues," which includes the simple but blunt repeated refrain, "Yes, I'm lonely, wanna die." And finally, there's the song "Sexy Sadie," which Lennon has said is really about the Maharishi himself. It includes the lines, "Sexy Sadie, look what you've done, you've made a fool out of everyone." He wrote this because allegedly the Maharishi made sexual advances to some of the women in the Beatles' entourage, and Lennon felt that was really inappropriate. And that, my friends, is the story cleverly hidden in the lyrics of the White Album. If you want to get a better feel for the Beatles' experience in Rishikesh, studying transcendental meditation with the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, listen to the White Album. It's a great album, and you'll be glad you did. I'll catch you next time on The Secret Life of Words.